Today in crypto. Though investing in crypto has the potential to radically change someone's financial situation, one hodler is saying their actions may have actually saved someone's life. In a Reddit post under the r/cryptocurrency subreddit on Tuesday, a United Kingdom-based user claimed that advice they gave to a university acquaintance 2 years ago resulted in that person's father being able to receive critical treatment for lung cancer. Continue reading on Coin Telegraph. Shark Tank star and Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban will appear on tonight's episode of Blockchain and Boost. Cuban is expected to talk about his fascination with decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens, and his views on the most imminent and compelling use cases for blockchain technology. Continue reading on Coin Telegraph. Bitcoin has the potential to hit $56,000 in the coming sessions, asserted independent market analyst Josh Rager. The Blockroot.com founder said in a tweet published Tuesday that BTC/USD could keep on rallying higher based on two reasons. First, the recent approval of U.S. President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package in the Senate could assist the ongoing Bitcoin recovery rally in growing further. And second, the cryptocurrency's positive correlation with the U.S. stock market could act as a bullish tailwind. The statements took cues from Bitcoin's performance last year. Since March 2020, Bitcoin and all the indexes on Wall Street rallied almost in sync with one another as the Federal Reserve started its unlimited bond buying program and slashed its benchmark lending rates to near zero. Meanwhile, the U.S. government introduced two stimulus bills worth a combined total of $3.1 trillion. Traders and investors flocked to Bitcoin and similar riskier assets because of the lack of attractive U.S. Treasuries returns. Meanwhile, massive capital injection reduced the U.S. dollar's purchasing power, with the U.S. dollar index dropping by more than 12%. Hurting savers and institutions with cash-based balance sheets. Entering March 2021, the catalysts have not changed much. The Fed is buying $120 billion worth of government debt and mortgage-backed corporate securities every month. Its interest rates are still hovering near zero. Meanwhile, the $1.9 trillion aids approval expects to pressure the U.S. dollar lower in the long term. Bitcoin surged above $54,000 on Tuesday for the first time in 2 weeks. The cryptocurrency's upside move came in sync with the U.S. stock market's recovery rally. Investors pounced back on beaten-down tech stocks on buy-the-dip mentality, sending the Nasdaq Composite Index flying by 3.2%. Meanwhile, the U.S. benchmark S&P 500 rose 1.8% while the blue-chip Dow Jones flirted with record levels after adding 250 points to its index. The recovery move comes with market risks. Of late, the pandemic winners, including Bitcoin, faced severe downside pressure from the sell-off in government bonds. Investors flocked out the treasury markets after anticipating a faster-than-expected economic recovery in the U.S. They moved capital into assets that lost their value the most during the pandemic. Fears persisted that rising U.S. bond yields would force the Fed to hike its interest rates. While the central bank chairman Jerome Powell clarified in a speech last week that it won't pursue any hawkish policy, Bitcoin and the stock market traded higher cautiously. If you believe that to reach its natural market size, physical gold, Bitcoin has 10x more to grow, then you aren't worried about the temporary rising yield situation, he added. On January 3, 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto mined the Bitcoin Genesis block and launched the largest technological gold rush of the century. Bitcoin, BTC, was at once a software, a protocol, a network, a development team and a new thing called cryptocurrency. Simultaneously, cloud technology proved that abstractions and application programming interfaces could facilitate explosive scalability and product agility, removing all of the distractions that were prevalent in 90% of any application's technology stack. Despite the onset of dozens of competitors that have appeared since Bitcoin's inception, almost all have been vertically integrated and none have resulted in the same changes of explosions in products that the cloud has. Networks such as Ethereum and EOS broke the norm by providing a platform for several different public blockchain networks to emerge, but what lies beyond even that? Bart Wyatt is the Director of Solutions Architecture at Block.One and leads the company's core blockchain engineering team. With more than 18 years in IT and the last 7 dedicated to asset tokenization and decentralized identity, Bart has experience overseeing technology teams at several firms that specialized in personal privacy solutions, deniable attestations, degradable cryptographic proofs, gaming and advertising technology.Continue reading on Coin Telegraph. Cryptocurrency derivatives exchange Bybit has appointed a new general counsel to lead the firm in its global compliance matters, and to oversee its legal team. Daniel Lim, formerly head of legal and compliance for the Singapore-based investment bank, Daiwa Capital Markets, was announced in the new role on March 9. Lim joins Bybit shortly after the exchange was forced to close down operations in the United Kingdom, following the FCA's blanket ban on retail crypto derivatives trading. Continue reading on Coin Telegraph. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.